So you want to learn how to detach and stop caring so much, because when other people's words, feelings, emotions, and actions no longer actually affect you, that's when you know that you've actually grown. So how do you stop caring? If it's your first time, welcome. And if you are returning, welcome back. You hear the birds chirping out there? Okay, birds. So just so you know, it is normal to feel. It is normal to have emotions, energy, and motion. It is normal to feel things. So don't feel like, oh, what is wrong with me? Why do I always feel things? I'm such an empath. That is a beautiful thing. And when you care for other people, that can be amazing. But when other people's words or other people's actions begin to affect how you feel, and they begin to impact your life, that's when you know it's time to detach from those feelings and those emotions. So how do you stop caring? Well, I've seen a lot of videos on this, and a lot of it's just telling you, just stop, just don't care what people think of you. If you could do that and turn on and off your emotions, then you would have done it by now. I have a 5-step process on how you can learn to detach from people. By the way, this is not something that you can just do easily and just think that it's going to magically happen. It is a process. This is a whole journey. It's a practice. So the more and more you do these 5 steps, the easier and easier it will get, to the point where you no longer care. I'll start off by asking you a very odd question. What does a baby have to do to be worthy of love? Nothing, right? If you answered anything other than nothing, stop it, okay? A baby has to do nothing to be loved. They are worthy of love just for simply existing. And it was the same when you came into this world. It wasn't about what you had. It wasn't about what you did. It wasn't about what you owned. It wasn't about your status. It wasn't about how much money you made. It wasn't about what clothing you were wearing, what designer brand or non-designer brand. It had nothing to do with how many friends you had. You were loved simply because you exist. And I wanted to let you know today that you are worthy because you simply exist. There might be circumstances in your life that led to you feeling like you are not worthy, right? And that's probably why other people's feelings and emotions and words affect you so heavily, to the point where you're like, oh my goodness, this feels like the end of the world that this person didn't, for example, text me back. Or maybe you're going through a breakup and you're like, oh my goodness, I don't know how to move on from this person. I want to really simplify it for you today. Because you are worthy of love, you can no longer choose to start tying your happiness to other people's actions. Everyone is an individual, right? So let's say this person, Brian, decides that he's not going to text Jenny back. He's like, ugh, I'm kind of over her. I'm tired of her. I'm not going to text Jenny back because I've had my fun with Jenny, but I've kind of moved on with someone else. You don't really need closure, okay? Closure is an illusion. You don't need to find out why the person did what they did. You don't need to call the person, text the person. You don't need to desperately put yourself out there. I promise you it's going to make you look worse. Brian, deep down, we don't know his backstory, but I'll give you his backstory, right? So Brian is this guy who has fallen in love, and this one woman broke his heart. So now he doesn't have the emotional availability to love other people. So that's why he's like, let me just ghost this girl and move on to the next one. And this is what he does to avoid heartbreak. Now, Jenny doesn't know this. So she's like, I want to send him this long paragraph. No, Jenny, girl, don't do that. It's going to make you look crazy. And at the end of the day, it's going to give him the satisfaction that you need him, and that you still poured energy into a conversation with someone who ghosted you. Instead, in those moments, step 1 is to feel what you need to feel. A lot of people, when they want to detach from their emotions, just say, well, I'll just turn it off. It doesn't work that way. You need to feel how you need to feel. So ask yourself, number 1, how did that make me feel when he didn't text me back? He just ignored me completely, threw me away like I was nothing. How did that make you feel? You could say it made me feel hurt, it made me feel rejected, it made me feel like I wasn't worthy or I wasn't good enough. But guess what? Our feelings are not reality. So as long as you're understanding and observing your emotions, not in a judgmental way, but just observing, well, that made me feel really rejected. That made me feel kind of sad that he didn't see the value and the worth of who I am. But step 2 is now getting to the root of where that feeling actually came from. So feel what you need to feel. It's okay to be sad. It's okay to cry. It's okay to be upset, right? Nothing wrong with that. But step 2 is saying, now, where did that root from? Oh, rejection. So I'll give you an example. I remember back in 2022, I was running my business. I was on fire. I was doing so well. And out of nowhere, there came this block for a few months where there was a lot of people hopping on these sales calls back when I did sales calls, which I hated. They drained my energy as an introvert. It's a lot. One time I realized, I was like, wow, I hopped on so many sales calls with all these people who claimed that they were interested and none of them took action. So that made me feel rejected. I had to break down at a certain point in my bathroom. I cried. And guess what? I said, why am I feeling like this is the end of the world? It's not the end of the world, right? But why do I feel so heavy about it? Once I got to the root that was rejection, which came from my past and younger version of me, little Lindsay, who was very young and was rejected by her father, I still felt that hurt. And it's okay for feelings to come back up. You get triggered in different areas and then you have to pinpoint, well, where did that even come from? Once I realized that the root of that, and getting to know yourself and love yourself is really understanding your roots. Once you understand, oh, that's that feeling of rejection. Now you can do step 3, which is the inner child healing. Speak to the younger version of yourself, right? Say, okay, young me, like I would say, little Lindsay, we're okay. We're fine. You know, at that time, you felt rejected. At that time, you weren't okay. And that's why you're trying to step up. But I've got us. We're going to be okay. And it's 100% okay to hug yourself. Give yourself a hug. I feel like we don't hug ourselves enough and love ourselves enough and remind ourselves that we're going to be okay. Because a lot of times we're carrying a lot of feelings from our past into our present and even into our future, and we don't even realize it. A lot of times you just have to reassure a younger version of you, no, it's okay. I got this. I got us. I know you felt rejected in the past, but you're going to be okay. So pinpoint that emotion and where it is coming from, and then you'll be able to move forward into your future. Step 4 is to release it. Let it go. Say, I choose to release, right? Releasing is a choice. Some of you want to hold on so badly because it's that little ounce you have left. But if you really want to, you can choose to release and let go of any emotion that you are feeling. There were some mornings I woke up and I was like, oh, today feels like it sucks, blah, 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 you know? But look yourself in the mirror and say, today, I choose to let go of blank, 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 whatever that is. If it's lack of confidence, if it is, I choose to release anger, I choose to release sadness, I choose to let go of blank. It's a choice. So you saying out loud, I choose to let go of, now you're going to replace it with what you want to embrace. And today I am embracing this. I am embodying joy. I am embracing abundance. I am choosing happiness. I'm choosing laughter and fun and good vibes and good energy. The final step is one of the most important steps you can do. Move the energy. You have to move that out away from you. A lot of times we hold a lot of trauma and a lot of things in our body and we don't even realize it. So shake it out. Shake it off. Put on your favorite song, dance to it. If you're an artist, paint something, draw something. If you're a poet, write something. You can even type it, email it to yourself, whatever you want to do. Release that emotion, let go of it, write it out, choose to move through it, even going for a walk. Or if you're like, hey, I want to go to the gym, I'm going to be boxing, whatever you love to do. It could be yoga. It could be Pilates. Move yourself. Listen to your favorite song. Sing it out loud. Whatever you have to do to let go of that energy and shake it off of you. Life can be challenging. It comes at you fast and unexpectedly. And how we choose to respond to life is everything. So those are the 5 steps that I recommend you do to detach from other people's actions. And guess what? After a while of practicing this over and over and over again, you're going to get so used to it and so comfortable that those things no longer affect you. You're like, oh, that person chose not to, okay. That person chose to they cut me off in traffic. They're just following their code. They're angry. It's okay. Take a breath and return back to yourself. That's the real version of you. The you who is not worried, not overthinking, not over here worried about who didn't text you back, who didn't call you, what client acted crazy, who didn't pay their invoice. We cannot control other people. We can only control ourselves and what we choose to do. Sending you so much love. And if you have not already, make sure you hit that subscribe button and I'll see you in the next video. Started the timer. Okay. So you want to stop. Intro. Well, should I do the intro first or should I just?
Doesn't matter, right?
Doesn't matter. Okay, birds. What was I going to say? How to detach and stop caring. Yes. Okay. So pinpoint where that emotion is coming from. Woo, it's hot.